guys, welcome back to my channel. I know I look so cute. So I'm doing a chit chat get ready with me. I'm talking about some stuff that you guys had sent me over on Instagram, and I'm going to talk about them in this video as I'm getting ready and doing this makeup look. So if you want to know how I achieved it, and also if you want to kind of hear what I say about it, it's stuff from family, siblings, colorism, body shaming, sexuality, such stuff. Keep watching and tell me what you think about them in the comment section. Okay, also if you want to see how I achieved this look, because it's really cute, I'm going to do my makeup and I'm going to be talking about some of the questions that I got a while back on Instagram. I had screenshotted them because this is quite, I think, at before June started. I think it was in the beginning of June, so it's like I've missed doing get ready with me. And you guys, if in case you have topics that you would like me to touch on, like, just know this is my opinion. Don't, like, if it doesn't work for you, if you don't think the same way, it's fine. We are not fighting, but just like I told people, if you have like some stuff that you would love to hear what my thoughts are on, please leave them in the question tag thing. And people did that. Oh my god, I forgot to spray my face. Anyway, so that's what we are going to talk about today. This is the foundation that I'm applying. I love it so much. The first question, this is a question somebody asked: any update on the waxing you went for? And this was before I went for the second round, for the second session. Like, I love it. Like, honestly guys, I love it. Since I did the first round, I've never like shaved personally at home, and my hair grows back very quickly, but after it has grown back kidogo, then it becomes stagnant. So I like it. It's just that the pain during that moment, you just have to go through it for about 10 seconds when you're getting waxed. Toxic parents, toxic siblings, and self-love. Let me tell you guys, first of all, self-love, I feel like that needs a whole freaking video, because we're just talking. If you follow me on Instagram, I'm sure you saw, actually today I just posted it, and me and Babe were just talking because kuna kitu aliona Facebook, and we were just realizing, okay, it's things that we talk about often. Like when we usually, like when you're talking, we say, when you tell people to work on themselves, do they really know like what we mean? And so that's where this topic of self-love came from. Bruh, you can't say self-love is not working for you unless you don't have the actual self-love, because it's not something you can bargain if you want to have in your life or you don't want to have. It's a necessity. You have to love yourself in this life. Like, you have to think about yourself and actually appreciate yourself, and also hold yourself accountable for you to have self-love. I don't know how to explain to you guys. Like, it's a whole thing that unless you go through the actual process, you won't get it. You'll just keep you will be hearing people talking about self-love, unaangalia tu hivi ukiwa judge saying that, oh, people are being narcissistic. There's a difference of having self-love and being narcissistic. It's totally different. Like, when you say self-love, is that you don't feel bad when you put yourself first. Even during situation, you can gauge and be like, if it's not, self-love is not always just thinking about you, but it's considering yourself in certain situation and choosing the best for you. And not self-sabotaging. It's a whole thing that needs a lot of, it's forgiving yourself, it's calling yourself out, it's treating yourself how you would like other people to treat you. So let's say how you imagine like you want your partner to treat you. you have to treat yourself that fast. If you want your partner to be taking you out on dates, you have to treat yourself, you have to take yourself out on dates. If you pray for other people, you have to pray for yourself too. Like self-love is also identifying when you're being wrong and calling yourself out. When you see you're being selfish and calling yourself out. Self-love is not always at just seeing the good in you. Also, like noticing the negative in you and like correcting yourself without always being with the victim mindset. It's a lot, honestly, guys. I can't even explain it in this video, and it has a lot of stuff, and it's not until you just reach a point where now you are on the end of loving yourself. It's a continuous journey, because life has challenges, and it's even knowing. Self-love is also knowing when you're being stressed, like there will be light at the end of it. Like, you don't give up on yourself, you don't bash yourself, you're kind to yourself. When you're going through stuff, you're like, you acknowledge, yes, I'm going through this, but I'll get over it. Don't beat yourself up too fast. It's a learning process, guys. I don't know what to say. I feel like I'm rambling. I don't know. Toxic parents, oh my god. I feel like African parents can be quite toxic. I'm talking about African because I don't know about like white parents and stuff, but I feel like African parents can be quite toxic, even if it's not intentionally, in terms of they might put in some beliefs that you don't believe in and expect you to be like that. If you don't do your life how they did theirs, like in a commotion. But Mimi, one thing about me, I will do what I want. Was it how you were raised? Was it how you wanted to raise me? Was it how you wished I would turn out? How you wished I would do things? That's none of my business. I beg you, just look inside yourself. I know you can't tell your parents this, but I'm just telling you guys, when it comes to parents having some toxic traits, you just have, again, back to self-love. At the end of the day, you only have you. This life is only for you to live and experience it. So you don't have to be everything, to tick every expectation of your parents, because the expectation they have on you is the expectation that they had on themselves. And since they didn't do that thing, they expect you to do it. So they want to live their lives through you, but they forget you also have a life to live. You just have to make boundaries and be just like, this is my life, I'm gonna do what I want. That doesn't mean don't listen to your parents' advice, but gauge, guys, balance. The other question was toxic siblings. Not these, I don't have experience per se in it or anything, but I would say boundaries is the way to go, and making sure that people don't have expectations about you that you didn't make a promise on. Just like, yeah, because my sister is still quite young, but that's the only way I would say boundaries. That's always the way to go. Like, don't let people have expectations of you that you didn't tell them they can have. If you didn't promise somebody anything, you're not obligated to meet the expectation, but you love them. And also another thing, guys, when it comes to family, if you're saying it's too hard, Pia, you can love people from a distance. It's very simple. Like, just maintain a distance sometimes, because sometimes I feel, you see, like how you zoyana with people, with family, and then you see now they're too used to you. Just distance yourself. That's why, let me give you guys an example. If, let's say, you bicker a lot with your parents and you live at home, for the people who have moved out, I'm sure when they were at home they were bickering a lot, and now when they moved out, since there's a lot of distance, it gives them even time to reflect on themselves, to also like take time from seeing you constantly and actually missing you. So the next time you guys are seeing each other, you won't be on people's neck, you won't be on each other's neck fighting. It will be more of a catch up. Does it make sense? And then you go back to your house. Don't overstay. If you feel like your knees is being toxic, I would say don't overstay. But yeah, that's how I would navigate that. Just distance, still talk to them, but hold your distance and your boundaries. I found myself that I have already set the concealer before I added blush on my nose, so I'm just going to hope that it will turn out well. This is the powder that I use, the Maybelline loose one, and then I used this lipstick as my blush. Let's see how that turns out, because the look that I'm going for is very monochromatic. Somebody asked for me to talk about my YouTube journey, and honestly guys, like, my YouTube journey has been quite interesting and amazing at the same time. Like, honestly, I can't even like complain. I'ma like even start to explain to you guys like how it has been, because it has been a journey and a half. Like, guys, when I tell you guys I started from nothing, you can literally go back to my videos and see where I started from. And you know, the funny thing is, I usually say I wish I started earlier, when we even used to live in a single room. But again, God's timing is the right timing. But that's why I keep telling people, if you want to start a YouTube channel, imagine just start now. You will feel so good. Don't wait. I don't know when you get what, because that used to be my excuse. You will feel so good when you go back to your channel and you can see where you have come from, and you can trace it all back and visually see it. Because you know, right now it's just in my memories, because of course I can't forget where I came from. It's all in my memories. But imagine if I started vlogging. Like, God's work shows through me, to be honest guys. Let me just say that. And I couldn't be any more grateful. I'm so happy. I'm so blessed. Consistency. I feel like I have also, especially from 2020, I became so consistent when I started vlogging. When I was just doing like makeup tutorials and fashion videos, I was not that consistent. But when I started vlogging, I became super consistent. That's why I tell people, try everything that you have passion in, and then see what works for you and what works for your channel, and then be consistent in that, because it really helped how consistent I was. I still that it didn't grow quickly, but I was very consistent and the growth was visible. Like, you could see how much I have grown, and even now I still can't believe it. Thank you so much guys for 12k subscribers. Like, I'm honestly so blessed, and shout out to you guys for subscribing. Yeah, that's what I would say. And just start your channel and be consistent. Somebody said your stand on LGBTQIA, and how has it been for you guys? No. I honestly don't even know how to reply to that question, or is it like a statement? Because honestly, like, I'm part of it, so like clearly my stand shows. And how has it been for me? I honestly don't usually care, because me, I just live my life. I don't care like how people are. Like, I will notice how like people look, how people like, but I honestly don't care. That's what I mean by I don't care, because me, I'm living my life. If it's bothering you, that's up to you, because I don't have the idea. I can't help you. If you have decided to put your nose into my business, I can't help you. It's up to you to realize that it's my business and you take your nose out of it. I'm not talking about this comment. I'm talking about people when they look at us and everything, honestly, and judge. People who judge, honestly, I don't care. Me, my stand on that is be your authentic self. Do what you feel you want. Be how you feel you are. That's it. That's all I'm going to say about that. I don't have any other stand. Like, my stand is that people just be who they are, live their authentic lives. That's it. Sina jambo lingine la kusema. Questions were quite many. I don't think we will finish right now, because I'm almost done with my makeup. It's just contouring. The final nini things about like 20 minutes tops. The next question is body shaming, contouring, body shaming. First of all, I need people to know, if you're being body shamed, the person who is body shaming you, they're the ones who have body problem and body issues. Because trust you me, if somebody doesn't hate their own body, they're not gonna come and comment on your body. Because literally they could care less, because it doesn't even go through their heads. Like, people who troll, let me just say that, people who troll and talk negative about other people, it's because they're going through misery. And the best way to not take body shaming, acne shaming, all this stuff, all this type of shaming, is to literally just remember you're doing much better than that person. Because let me tell you guys, if that person was doing good in their life, they would not have come to your life to bother you and start commenting shit. So if you see somebody trolling you, just be like, oh, I feel bad for you, but I can't help you. You just continue suffering. Don't feel bad. Don't start taking, oh my god, this person has said shit about me. Just know they feel so miserable in their lives, they have to take it out on somebody else so that they don't like face what their life is, which is a misery. But about body shaming, of course I don't support it. I don't recommend it, because everybody is beautiful in their own body. That's why I would really like most women to just be comfortable with their bodies. And let me tell you guys, being confident and loving your body, it doesn't mean that you won't have insecurities. It just means that you love your body despite the insecurities. I hope that makes sense. So somebody asked, but they just ignore my eyebrows. Trust you me, they will come together at the end of this look. I'm using this palette to like set everything here. And then somebody asked, are you a bisexual, or are you still trying to figure out your sexuality? No, boo boo. And I think I've answered this quite many times if you watch my channel, so I'm not gonna go into details, honestly, because it doesn't matter. So also, if you want to just watch my videos from Kitambo, you will see I've talked about it, so I've answered this question. What else? Colorism. Now this is one hella of a topic. I'm going to take this baking powder that I've had down here for a while. Colorism. I feel like everybody, in terms of black people, because colorism is mostly, actually it's for black people, people who, if you're in the same ethnic group. So colorism, if there's anybody who doesn't know the meaning of colorism, please Google, look it up. I feel like we were all, when we were younger, when we were growing up, there was this whole notion of light-skinned people are more cuter babies. Oh my god, you would hear sayings such as, oh my god, she has such a cute baby, she's so light-skinned, he's so light-skinned, tutoke ni msupu ni mweupe. And the thing is, so you grow up knowing that being light-skinned is the beauty standard, even though it's not. Guys, I'm telling you, this is why y'all need to wake up. All these things that you grew up knowing, because the things personally I had to unlearn. When you grow up, you have to sit down, call yourself a meeting, and ask yourself all these things that I was being told when I was young. Everything that I was being told, do I subscribe to that notion anymore? Because I feel like I used to even like still be like that, even though I would not hate dark skin, like people who are darker than me, like to their face, because of what people have said. Not that I used to hate them, I'm talking about babies. I'm sure like everybody has had that notion of, before you wake up, if you don't know what waking up means, again, go to my Instagram. I've tried having that conversation today, but everybody was like, oh, at some age I want my baby to be light-skinned. I don't know if you know this, but that's being colorist. Because if your baby doesn't come out being light skin. Now are you going to hate the baby? And then this whole thing, our parents and the old generation, because of telling you that so much, oh my god, her baby is so pretty, I got so light. So you grow up knowing light skinned people are more pretty, they're more, you know, lovable, they're more, I don't know, all this stuff, because they are light skinned. And then that you naturally grow knowing that if you come from a family that's how they feed you, that's the information they feed you, which a lot of African Nini, they do it even subconsciously. So you grow up knowing that. So if you're dark skin, you grow up hating yourself. If you're light skin, you grow up having this egotistical feeling that you're better than other people because they have convinced you. That's the beauty standard. That's what people call beauty standard. And this is the whole thing. Beauty standards, they don't exist. Be your own beauty standard, because if you follow this earth beauty standards, you will never reach. One time it's big boobs, the next time it's big nyash, the next time I don't know it's what. Be your own type of beauty standard, because let me tell you guys, you will hate yourself, you will suffer, you will be in hell for no reason. Beauty standards are just illusions. They don't exist. It's what you choose to make yourself. And you see, I know, of course, it's something that the society has contributed a lot with, that whole thing of, even ask yourself, why do a lot of women say, oh, I want a dark man, or who will take care of me, and they don't like light skin? To men, in our benefit, the dark skin one, but to women, it beats them down, because when you see a dark skin, they are said to be, it's the same thing with white women and black women. Oh, black women are loud. No, be black and dark skin. Ciao. You will be thrown at all types of negative things. And this is why I'm telling you guys, a lot of you guys need to wake up and realize all these things are all illusions, and that you should see somebody as a human being, not as their gender, as their sexuality, as their presentation, as their skin tone, as what is what. Just see somebody as a freaking human being, like, honestly, because we are all human beings. And I don't know if I'm telling you guys, if I don't know if I'm passing on the message that I want to pass on. And the message is, beauty standards, it's all an illusion. Because let me tell you guys, if you love yourself, it doesn't matter what's like your skin tone is, and you don't look for external validation. That's the problem. People still want to be validated, I don't know, to be done what for, like, honestly. And also, I hope as a society one day we will grow up and just learn that all these things are illusions and they don't exist. The only thing that exists, it's a freaking human being. So you shouldn't decide how you will treat somebody because of their skin tone. And if you're dark skin, anything, all skin tones on the range of skin tones, like colors, just love yourself, and the rest, don't look for validations. Be your own type of beauty standard. I think I've already told you guys this. Be your own beauty standard, because I'm going to be my girlfriend and say it's all an illusion. It's all an illusion. Trust me, if God didn't want you to be dark skin, hangekupa your dark skin. If God didn't want you to be light skin, hangekupa your light skin. So be proud on who God need you to be. And honestly, I wish just like the society would stop giving people a hard time because of how they look. Honestly, that's my take on colorism, that beauty standards are an illusion, and start treating people better as the human beings they are. and unlearn all these things that you grow up knowing. Honestly, guys, some of you are just living in the shackles of 1900s, 1950s, 1930s. Honestly, some of you are still in those shackles that you need to snap out of it and wake up. That's my eye. A lot of people were asking how me and Babe met, but we will give you guys the story time, just not now, and we'll do it together. So yeah, like how we started dating and stuff. Anyway, the next question, I saw somebody asking about how like I ship products, how to ship things. Guys, I have a whole live on my Instagram. It's the last live up ever like I did that. It's up on my Instagram. Please go and check it out, and you will learn everything that you need to learn about that. I feel like I've talked so much that the video has been quite long because I talk a lot, but I hope you guys are understanding what I'm trying to say. And again, as I keep telling you guys, these are just my opinions, but I would really love if people like could just challenge themselves to just sit down and see if they subscribe to the same notions that they grew up being taught. It's the same way, like that's the way to live life. Yeah, that's it. That's all I would say. I'm going to put on my lashes. It's these Karabiti lashes. They're available on my online cosmetics shop on Instagram. All the links are down in the description box. So I'm just going to put it on, and then let me see if I can answer one more, because imagine I've only talked on this page because I talk a lot. Aki, insecurities in my relationship. My partner is always insecure about men around me or something. Ni men at work. I don't remember the whole thing because the rest is covered up, but that's a tough one because I don't exactly know the dynamic of your relationship. Like, is it from because you have done something else before that he can no longer trust you? It's just like a him thing that he has trust issues that he needs to work on. So I would give to I'll say two things depending whether it's either of the situations. If it's you who did something that broke the trust, it's up to you not to make it up to him, like in terms of making him trust you, like doing things that will repair your trust and stuff, and showing him that he has nothing to worry about those other men that he's insecure about. That is if you're the one who caused the trust issues. If not, no, that's a hard one. I think obviously it's not that it's a hard one. Obviously it's him who has the trust issues and he has to work through them. And if it's something that you're down for, that means you would have to give him constant words of affirmation and reassurance, and ask him to work on himself, like to work on that part of him being insecure, because now that is not something that you can control. No matter how much you try to convince somebody that you're not doing the wrong thing, you're there for them, if they don't see it that way, it won't help. Let me just tell you guys, it won't help. They have to be willing to also see it that way and put in the work. So if Kama are gonna trust issues, of course it has for him, he has to work on it himself, and it also has to what do I mean? Also, as he's working on it, you also have to give him constant words of affirmation and reassurance as he's still working on that part. And because let me tell you guys, it doesn't matter like how much you can affirm somebody, if they don't trust you, if they don't believe what you're saying, it's all in vain. Because that's why I'm saying, if it's your fault how it went that way, that now he can no longer trust you, it's all up to you now to fix the trust. But if it's a him thing, you have to sit him down and tell him you have to work on you, it can't continue like this, because at the end of the day, if you are always affirming somebody and they're not working on believing you and working on trusting that what you're saying is good, and their trust issues, you will end up being drained, and that's not the way to be. It's not cute. It's not cute. So he has to meet you halfway. Everything, you have to meet each other halfway. I hope that helped. But if you did him wrong, make it up on your side. If he's the one who has a problem, you have to sit him down and talk to him. Let me see if I can nini another one. Mental health. I feel like I'm always talking about mental health. This one of femininity and toxic nini, I'm gonna talk about it in the next video, because there will be a part 2, since I'm done with my makeup and I'm actually not done with all this question and also these ones. Mental health, I talk about it all the time. How do you save and on budget and stay on budget? I think that's what she meant. Since, guys, let me tell you one thing, I have is responsibilities, and one thing I will do is handle them. So I usually just, also I thank God for like providing and stuff, but I usually don't go out a lot. One thing about me, sitajitesa. I'll buy whatever I want, but it's all very calculated. First of all, you have to sit down and monitor in a month. I'm removing excess glue, by the way, and monitor like in a month how much is your bills. Like on bills, you have to, I have this app, but in a bank, although I don't follow it always, but you can tag whenever you're using money, you can tag the expense. Is it like hospital? Is it like rent? Is it like shopping? Is it like family? Is it like medical? All this stuff. Is it like makeup, clothes? So you can sit down for 1 month and monitor how much did you spend every single month. And once you monitor that, that will be so easy for you to budget, because you will know that every single month you need this specific amount, and then you can add a few on top just in case. And that includes not only bill, even your own self-care. I hope that helps. Not everyday bills, guys. Again, that is something else that you have to wake up and realize that you are also brought in this world to also enjoy yourself, do things that make you happy. So those are also things that you have to create time for and create budget for. It doesn't have to be expensive things if you're not there yet. I also always have to remind myself that. But even the small ones, even if like just budget, even if it's once a month, you've put aside 500 bob. If your budget is super tight, to go and eat at Chicken Inn, like, just, you need to also remember, guys, self-love. You also need to remember that you're here in this life to experience it, not survive, not just exist, experience it. So I think that's where I'll end for today. In case you guys have other topics, you can comment in the comments down below. Also, I would love to hear you guys' opinions about all these things that we have talked about, any experiences. Yeah, I was not all of them I was talking from experience, but just my thoughts on things. Anyway, that will be it. I'll come back with my full face of makeup done, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Please comment if you like this chit chat get ready with me version, and I'll keep doing more of them, and you guys can submit questions and things that you would like us to talk about. So guys, this is the end makeup look. So tell me what you guys think about, and also tell me what you thought about all the conversation that we had. Yeah, and if you want to book me for makeup, my Instagram and details are linked down below. Even also if you want to buy the makeup products that I use, because I sell them on my cosmetic shop, everything is linked down below. Okay, thank you guys for watching. Bye.